Leonardo da Vinci once said that time waits just long enough for those who use it. So the question is, what are you doing with your time? We all have 24 hours in a day. What are you doing with your time? Are you building your dream? Or are you helping someone else build theirs? Are you putting in the work every single day, every single moment of now? Are you planning for your future? They say planning is bringing the future into the present so you can do something about it now. So the question is this: what are you doing with your time? Remember, the time is always now.
And thank you for joining for the Time Is Always Now podcast. My name is Terence. I'm your host for the podcast today. This is a podcast that's dedicated to helping people get past their excuses. Helping people get past saying I'm going to do it someday or one day, or saying I'm going to do it right now, because now is the only time that we have. If you don't know who I am, my name is Terence Young. I'm a mindset coach, a new thought transformational speaker, an author, and a workshop facilitator. I help people get past waiting on the right time. I help them break down their paradigms so they can harness the power in the eternal moment of now. That's the only time we have. If you want to donate to the podcast, by all means, you can do so just by going to my website. It's TerenceYoungNow.com. Thank you in advance for allowing me to continue to do what I do, so I can help serve humanity by using my gift to uplift, inspire, encourage, and motivate others. That's what I've been put here to do, so I'm going to do it to the best of my ability as long as I'm here. So thank you for supporting me in this project. Every week that we have a theme in the Time Is Always Now Facebook group, and this week I'm switching up my agenda a little bit, but I thought this was a good time to address the whole theme that I base my speaking on and the group on, which is now. Right? So the theme of this podcast is now, and many people may not know this, but now is an acronym for no opportunity wasted. No opportunity wasted. How many times can you think back in your life where you have an opportunity, but you haven't taken advantage of the opportunity? Right? You have to take advantage of every opportunity that comes your way. The great thing is this: they're always happening. But we miss them. And you're normal. It's okay if you miss them. You miss them because you're not vibrating at the right frequency to see when the opportunity is coming your way. You see, what happens is you'll miss an opportunity because you won't see it. It'll be a person standing right in front of you talking to you about the very thing that you want, but you won't see it if you're not vibrating at the right frequency. You won't get to that place in the conversation when you recognize this person can help me. Right? It may not be obvious, but the person is right there. And if the conversation just goes 2 more levels, you'll recognize this person that's standing in front of me can help me with that. You're talking to a person about dogs, but you need help with your finances. But the person that you're talking to about dogs, their husband or their wife works at a bank. But you didn't get there. You didn't realize that. Right? We're that close to recognizing it. Remember this: the universe is always working in our favor. So you don't want to waste opportunity. So recognize, this is key, recognize the universe is always working in your favor, then you'll know that the opportunities are always there. So anytime you're having that conversation or whatever you're doing, start thinking, how can this improve my life? I don't want to waste this opportunity that's happening right now, and it's always happening right now. It's amazing. I was in my workout this morning, which I work out every morning, either cardio or weights, and this morning was weights. And I didn't want to go this morning. I was a little tired. I went to a drum circle last night, and there was nothing big about that. It's just, I love going, but I got home kind of late, got to bed late, but whatever. And got up this morning, and I said I'm going because I know once I get started, I'm going to feel better. And then I thought about this quote as I finished, which is, you can have excuses or you can have results, but you can't have both. You can have excuses or you can have results, but you can't have both. Which one is it? You have to decide. It doesn't matter whether we're talking about sports or whether we're talking about business. Whatever it is, you have to decide. If you're going to make excuses, that's fine. You're just not going to get the results you want, right? What's the quote that says, if you really want to do something, you'll find a way. And if not, you'll find an excuse. It's true. Think back in your life. Think back in your life. There's plenty of times where you've made excuses. It's because you didn't want it bad enough. And here's the most important thing. Think of the times in your life when you wanted something so bad that you did everything you could and you made it happen. Okay? You did things you didn't even think you could do. Things just happen. You're like, wow, how did that happen? You didn't make excuses, that's all. You said, this is what I'm going for. This is what I'm meant to be. This is what I'm going to do. And then you did it. And you didn't let the obstacles, which invariably are going to come, you didn't let them stop you. You didn't give excuses. You got the results because you moved forward now. I love the fact that we got a real crisis going on in Afghanistan right now with what we went in as far as the United States and now withdrawing our troops. And I'm loving watching the different responses going on, whether it be on media, social media, the news, whatever. But I posted something the other day, and it's and it relates back to now. And here's the thing: we went into Afghanistan 20 years ago. There's enough blame to go around for everybody. We can go back to the Bush administration that went into Afghanistan with no real plan to get out in the first place. We can go to the Obama administration, which went through 8 years and just didn't deal with it about removing those troops back out. They just pushed it on to the Trump administration, which Trump said he's going to pull them out and made a deal to pull them out. Now we're questioning, was that even a good deal in the first place? Actually, it was probably a horrible idea. And then we go on to the Biden administration, which does pull them out, following up on what Trump had already set forward, but mangled the execution of pulling these troops out. So there's enough blame to go around for everybody. But that's not going to help anybody. Right now, we need to think forward on how we can get Americans out of Afghanistan safely, the Afghans that were working with the Americans out safely because they're in danger to them, their families, children, everything. And what I think about this is, as we're going through this and we're watching the horrible scenes of the people hanging on to airplanes trying to escape this horrible life that they have in their country that's ruled by the Taliban, was there ever a good time to get out? I say no. There was never. I don't care what. If Bush would have tried to pull us out, it was going to be a mess. If Obama would have pulled them out, it was going to be a mess. If Trump would have pulled them out, it was going to be a mess. And now Biden did pull them out, and it's a mess. There was never going to be a good time. So you know what I say? Now is a best time than ever. Just do it now. Because that's not going to resolve itself. We cannot change that country. And we cannot change that country, we cannot change that mindset unless the people of Afghanistan want it as much as we wanted it for them. And that didn't happen. So what's the best time to pull our troops out of Afghanistan? Now. Because it wasn't going to change. If we would have waited 10 more years, the exact same thing would have happened that happened this past week. Nothing would have changed. And we can say that we can just leave troops there for indefinite period of time, which we've done that. We have troops all over the world right now that just continue to be in places to keep it at a certain level. Maybe that would have been the right idea. But if you're going to pull the troops out, what's the best time to pull them out? Right now. Because there is no other time to pull them out. Nothing was going to change. We could have waited. We could have been in Afghanistan 20 more years, and the exact same thing would have happened. That happened this week. So I say, we have to deal with what's going on. We could have handled the withdrawal better. Absolutely, the Biden administration has to take ownership of that, and we got to move forward. We got to move forward and help as many people as we can get out safely, and then be able to protect our borders from threats that may come from Afghanistan in the future, with the Taliban being over there. But the best time to move is now. And the best time to move the troops out was now, and the best time to move forward in your life is right now. Remember, you can have the excuses, or you can have the results. Which one do you want? If you want results, take action now. It might be messy, it might be ugly, but you got to take action to get the results that you want in your life. So what do you want to achieve? Don't miss any opportunities. Remember now, no opportunities wasted. Most people are waiting on someday or one day, but those days don't exist. Most people are waiting on all the circumstances to be perfect, but they're never perfect. Think back to Afghanistan. The scenario, everything is never going to be perfect. It's going to be perfect, and then we'll pull the troops out. Well, it's never going to be perfect. You just got to do it. You just got to move forward. Just got to move forward. Handle it the best way you can. Was it handled right? No, but we got to handle what we do now the best way we can. And you got to think back to your life and do the same thing. The circumstances are never going to be perfect for you to move forward in your life. Don't waste your precious time, because that's all you have. If you do that, if you don't waste any opportunities, recognizing that no opportunity wasted, that's what now is. If you understand that you can have either results or excuses, but you can't have both, choose to have results and then take action right now. That'll change your life, and you'll be able to unequivocally say, we own the now. I own the now. And I have won. Thank you for joining me for this episode of the Time Is Always Now podcast. My name is Terence Young. I'm going to sign off with that. Remember, the time is always